Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing another hair review for you guys, or a hair kind of first impressions video for you guys on this new unit that I made with some hair that I got from a company called lovemehair.com or Love Me Hair. I got this hair about maybe 2 weeks ago, and I finished making my unit maybe about 4 or 5 days ago, and I've been playing around with it because it's my first time ever making a unit with a frontal, which looks extremely natural. I don't know if you guys could see that, but it looks ridiculously natural. I kind of tricked my mailman into thinking that I dyed my hair from red to this color, and he didn't even notice. I was like, oh my god, you didn't notice. He's like, well, you always have a good set of hair on your head, but no, I really tricked some people with this hair. I'm really loving the frontal. I think I said closure. I'm so used to saying closure. I hope I didn't say closure. Frontal, okay? It has a 14-inch frontal and 3 bundles, 16, 18, and 20-inch bundles, hair length. That's what those numbers are for those of you guys that don't understand. So it's a 16-inch length of hair, an 18-inch length, and a 20-inch length of hair. Bundles, they come like, like bundles. I'll show you guys a little video of how the hair looked when I got it. And I basically put it together on a spandex wig cap. That's what I usually make my wigs on. And if you guys are interested in the spandex caps that I use, I'll put the link down below so you guys could check it out, because I buy mine from Amazon. Alright, so this is how the unit looks in the front. And as you guys could see, it's very natural. I kind of glued it down using the goo.gl hair gel. It's like a... It's just like a ultra strong, like mega strong hair gel that usually is used for those crazy, spiky hairstyles if you want to, keep your hair from moving. So I used it to glue down, it's not glue, to glue down the closure. You don't have to do that. You can just use a strap, which I do have a strap sewed onto my closure to hold the closure down onto my head. So it is secure. There's no clips in the unit. But it is glued down, so I'm not going to take it off for you guys because can't really take it off. The only way I could take this off is if I put some warm water there. I let it sit for a bit, and then it just comes off without damaging my hairline or my baby hair, which I really, really like. And I also like the fact that I can, I can do this, I can do that without fearing a track will show or something like that. So I'm really, really loving this. It's my first time ever. So my little frontal cherry has been popped. But I'm really liking it, you guys. It kind of reminds me of how my hair used to look. It's been a while since I've had like a wig, I always wear wigs that are dark, but this one, it's different. It looks pretty much like it's coming out of my head, so it kind of reminds me of how my hair used to look before I dyed it red. So I'm really liking it, as far as the way it looks natural and stuff like that. I did bleach the knots, which is basically a process that you do when you flip the closure over and you see the lace part. You put some bleach there, usually bleach that you use to lighten hair. You put it there to make the knots on the closure lighter, so you don't see all these little black dots on your head. All you see is just a lace, but the lace kind of bleaches too a little bit, and it makes it look a little bit more natural. So I'm gonna show you guys how it looks when I part it, and that's how it looks right there. Okay, and it goes all the way there, as you guys could see. I'm gonna part another area so you guys could see, how it looks. So it looks really, really natural, but I like my part to be right here because I have what we call a culture. Culture is like a little, I don't know how you say it in English. It's like a little circular area of hair where it curls. Mostly boys have it in the center of their head in the back, but I have one right here, and that's usually where I part my side part. So that's where I put it. Put my part, but I really, really like this hair. I'm gonna show you guys the back of the unit so you can have a better look, okay? Alright, you guys, so this is the back of the unit. As you guys could see, it's really full, even though I just used 3 bundles for it. Really full. When I pick it up, that's how it looks in the back. Okay. They also have 360 frontals, which are really cool. But I really like this one. All I did was use a curling iron, a 1-inch curling iron, made some curls, and I just like combed them out using my fingers. So that is the back. It has a very nice layered look with the different lengths of hair that I used to create the unit. So while I was making the unit, usually when you make a unit, you can kind of look to see if there's any issues with the hair texture, the quality, if it's shedding and all of that stuff. The only thing I did notice is that there are a few gray hairs in this hair. You know, it is human hair and it is collected from other women around the world or men that grow hair and either bring it to the temple, donate it, or sell it, or whatever it is that they do to, you know, get rid of their hair. So I did notice a couple of gray hair, not too many, but there were a couple here, and I just took them out. There's one, actually there's one right there. There was a really long one, and I took it out because, you know, I'm not at the gray hair age yet. So I took it out, you know, because it looked a little off for me to have gray hair just randomly. But other than that, I really, really love it. I love the hairline. It already came pre-plucked and everything, so I didn't have to do that. But, you know, I know some people like to re-pluck and do it all extra. You just have to be careful when you pluck the unit. You don't want to pluck so much where it looks like your hairline is balding. You know, the point of the closure is to make it look natural and to make it look like you have a healthy hairline. And you also don't want to bring the closure down to here. Okay, it looks a little weird. Okay, I know some women like it like that, but it looks a little weird. Okay, my closure is, I'll show you guys, it's right here. That's where my closure ends. Okay, and this is the little bit of my hairline that's out. That's it. I can't really pull it up, but you know, I do have a hairline that comes out a lot. So, you know, I don't want to pull it down to the point to where it covers my hairline and it just looks off. You don't want to pull it down too much, okay? Because long hairs don't start growing from your forehead like that. It's weird. So be careful, you know, when you put on the closure and you put on your unit and stuff like that. As far as the application of how I put on the gel, what I do is, I think I left a part of this. Okay, so this part I left unglued. All right, so basically what I do is when I put the unit on with the strap, and I don't know if you can see the strap, but it's right there. What I do is I lift it like this. I put the glue. I take a blow dryer or a hair dryer, blow it a little bit, take the wig, pull it over it, hold it down in place, right? When I hold it down in place, I part right there. I push this hair to the back. I hold it like that, right? And then I hold my dryer with one hand and I just blow while holding this hair. Not pulling it, just holding it just to keep it separated so that heat can get in between, you know, that part right there so it can dry it up. And I also like to use a headband. Put the headband on, also helps make the closure stick to your head and it keeps it from moving. This is going to be on all day. I tested this out to see how long this gel lasts as far as keeping this closure onto your head, and it could stay on for up to 2 days. I kept it on for 1 day while I was in the house to test it out to see how long the glue would last. So I'm just kind of reviewing that glue for you guys too, so you can have an idea of how long it will hold on to your wigs while you're wearing them, okay? But I do love this unit. I love that I can, you know, bring it up, pull it up, put it like that, and it still looks, you know, very natural. It doesn't look off, it doesn't look wiggy, and I can, you know, do stuff like this. Oh my gosh, I love it. Absolutely love this unit. If you guys are interested in purchasing this closure here that I used to create this unit, I'll put the links down below. The company was nice enough to give me an affiliate link, which is the first time ever that a company has given me an affiliate link for hair. So they gave me one. I'll put it down below so you guys can check it out if you like, only if you like. And there's also a coupon code down there. I think it's for 10% off. I'll put that information down there so you guys could check it out. And, you know, let me know what you think about the new hair. I'm really loving it. So far, this is probably one of my favorite realistic looking wigs that I've had or made in a very long time. So hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and I'll see you guys all in another video, probably this tutorial. Love you guys.